welcome back to the channel. My name is Thabi. In today's video, I wanted us to have a look at these Vichy products. Now, I'm not sure if these are from the same lines, but the one is a Vichy Normadem Phyto Solutions and the other one is a Vichy Normadem. To me, it doesn't seem like the same range, but it doesn't matter. They're both targeted to people with acne-prone skin types, so we're just not going to focus too much on whether it's the same line or not. It doesn't, that really doesn't matter. So anyways, there is a cleanser that comes with the Vichy Normadem Phyto Solutions. It is a 0.25 salicylic acid cleanser, and it also has zinc, which I believe is going to play a more of a healing and soothing function for acne sufferers, and whereas salicylic acid is going to be mainly responsible for clearing out any obstructions from within your pore. Salicylic acid is an oil-loving lipid, so it's able to attach to the debris and all the oils that are collecting in your pore, clearing out and removing any obstruction that may possibly result in breakout, which subsequently results in hyperpigmentation, which is what we are fighting for as people with dark skin, because we are more prone to hyperpigmentation than anything else. So that is the main ingredients in the cleanser. I did not buy that cleanser because I don't feel like I need another salicylic acid cleanser. I have a number of them. I've done reviews on them on the channel, so I have a number of them. I didn't buy this one. I didn't feel like it would be anything different. However, if you are wondering if I recommend it, I recommend that and any other salicylic acid cleanser. I have many salicylic acid cleanser, and I keep at least one in my bathtub because I just want to have it close by. And I don't want to have to use the excuse that, it's so far, and I end up not using it. I use it more as a preventative measure to just, prevent any future breakouts and to ensure that I consistently have clear pores, because I may not have acne as severe as many people suffer from, but I do have just those random breakouts, and those are a big deal for me. So I always use the salicylic acid cleanser to just prevent those breakouts, because when they heal, they do heal with the dark spot. So I always have a salicylic acid cleanser very close by. I no longer use it as often as I used to use it before when I started using the ingredient. Now I just use it I use it a fair amount of time in the week. I don't know how many times exactly, but I use it a fair amount of times. And I use it this morning because I had used retinol last night. So I wanted to just clear out whatever the retinol had brought up to the surface. So that's why I use it. So I use it, and I do recommend salicylic acid cleansers. I just didn't get this one, but I recommend that one if that's the one you want to get. And I also recommend any other salicylic acid cleanser that you may have been looking at getting, as long as it's not too irritating on your skin, and the irritation that results from the first few times of using the product subsides with time, then it's fine. Unless if it doesn't subside, then you may want to consider going for a lower concentration, or maybe changing it, like changing the ingredient altogether. English will embarrass you. Anyways, let us talk about this pore tightening lotion first. Now, this is a glycolic acid and a salicylic acid toner. It's an astringent, so it's got alcohol in it. However, I've never found that I have a real sensitivity to alcohol. When they are warning us about alcohol online in skincare products, you would expect for the alcohol to just suck the moisture out of everything that you put on it, whether it's under the product with alcohol or it's over the product with alcohol. You expect it to be as brutal as acetone is. Acetone dries out your fingers and your fingernails. That's how brutal I expect for denatured alcohol in skincare to be, but I haven't found that to be the case with me. And whenever I use a product like this, it's an astringent. I'm not looking for moisture in this product, so I don't ever give it enough time to show me how drying it can be on my skin. So I always follow it up with the moisturizer. So if it is drying, I haven't seen that part of it, because I haven't given it enough time to show me that. I'm not looking for moisture in a toner, in an astringent toner. I'm looking for it to do something else rather than moisturize my skin. So, but if you do have a real sensitivity to alcohol, you may want to stay clear of this, because the second ingredient is denatured alcohol. So this astringent toner has salicylic acid and glycolic acid. Actually, glycolic acid is higher, than salicylic acid, but it has glycolic and salicylic acid as the main ingredients. I have been using this. I think I got this somewhere mid-September, so we are a little bit over 6 months since using this. Not 6 months, 6 weeks. I think I've been using this for 6 weeks. I think it's fair to say I've been using this for 6 weeks. Whilst I'm not using it every day on my face, because I don't want to over exfoliate my face. My skin is now at a point where we're just trying to eliminate the dark spots and the sun damage that was caused over time. So I'm not looking for that to clear out immediately, so I'm not exfoliating daily, because that may also just result in more problems than I'm willing to deal with. So I do not use it every day. I want to say I use this weekly, but I think I use it 2 to 3 times a week, not more than that. But some people have a, what is the word? Some people have a better tolerance to glycolic acid and they can use it every day. I just don't want to try that with my skin. I have found this formula to be very, very gentle on the skin, unlike another glycolic acid product that I have and I use, which I think is a stronger concentration of glycolic acid, which I found to be very, very brutal on my skin. It was as brutal as retinol. However, I did not find this to be problematic when it comes to that. I did not break out. I did not have any irritation. This was just like, it functioned as any other toner. And I'm guessing that has to do with the fact that glycolic acid is a little bit, it's like in the middle of, it's somewhere in the middle on the ingredients list. I hope I'm making sense. It's not as high as the product that I'm complaining about, where that product is glycolic is in ingredient number 2. Glycolic acid here is coming, I think, like around the 8th mark. So that is a lower concentration, and I think that helps with not having your skin break out as much. And I guess some people can be able to use this every day without feeling like your skin is getting an over exfoliation or it's getting over treated. I hope that makes sense. So I haven't been using it every day, is what I'm trying to say, but I have been using it every day under my arms. My arms, I developed an irritation. I think I did say on the channel before that I can no longer use fragrance on my body. Even perfume I applied on my clothes, because when I apply it on my body, I get an instant irritation, an instant breakout. So I no longer use fragrance. And I think a month ago, I started developing an irritation under my armpits, which I think is from using deodorants. So I started developing that. It was pimples. It was not boils, but it was pimples. They were not too big, but they're big for the area, because the armpit is a smaller surface area. So they were big for the area, and they were quite wet, and they were itchy, and they were very uncomfortable. They look like swollen, you're not sore. So I started using this toner under my arms, and I've been using it every day. And after 2 weeks of using this toner, I started noticing a difference. Now, I'm not going to show you my armpits, because I know many of you get easily grossed out by that sort of thing. The breakouts have healed. Actually, the only thing that is left is the scarring around that area, because now the sores or the breakouts or the pores or the pimples or the pimples, whatever it is, that I'm struggling to find the correct terms to explain it to you in the way that you will visually see it. But it's no longer active. It's no longer active. Now what I have is just scars that shows that there was some form of trauma in that area, and I think that has to do with the fact that I started using this. I use this, and only this. I was not able to use deodorant for a long time, so this helped with controlling the sweat and controlling the odor, whilst it cleared the breakout and dried it down. So what I have now is just scars, and it's dried out, so it's a bit itchy, but I'm continuously moisturizing that area, and I'm continuing to use this toner. Why are you telling us about your breakouts under your armpits, Thabi? It's because I don't have acne, and that is the only form of reference that I have that I can share with you to sort of make you see or make you determine for yourself whether this may possibly work for you or not. I'm not saying that the DNA in the breakouts under my armpits is the same as the DNA of your acne pimples. That's not what I'm saying at all. All I'm saying is, if it was able to heal that area which doesn't get much air, if it was able to heal that area it may possibly clear out some of your breakouts, depending on the intensity of your breakouts, of course. Another thing that I noticed since starting using this glycolic acid toner, which I think glycolic acid does this better than salicylic acid, whereas salicylic acid is going to be instrumental in clearing out your pores and preventing breakouts, I think glycolic acid does a better job of clearing dark spots or blemishes on your face. You will remember that when I bought this, I bought it because I had some very stubborn marks that were on the sides of my face. And I also had, let me just move this to the back, I also had a bit of darkening all around here. I can still see it because I know what it looked like before, but from where you are and with all these cameras, you may not be able to see it as well. It's still there, but it's definitely not as pronounced as it was when I started. It's hot. When I started using this toner. Now, I don't know if you'll see. Let me just see if you are seeing. These areas are significantly lighter that I think in a couple of months they will be completely gone. I mean, you can hardly see it. Even myself, I struggle to see them sometimes. But some days I see them more than I do on other days. But if you don't know, because you don't know my skin, you're not going to be able to tell a difference. But I can definitely tell a difference. And I started seeing a significant improvement when I started using this toner. I also noticed that my upper lip started brightening up a little bit. And then you're not going to see now again because of the lights, but also there's since been more improvements on this area. But what had happened here was there was some brightening around here, but there were also what looked like lines of demarcation, and I'm guessing that was because it is a liquid formula and I was not applying an even layer all around the skin. So some areas of my face were getting the toner and becoming brightened, where other areas of my skin were not getting brightened. I was not applying an even layer, is what I'm trying to say. And as a result, I got some areas were getting brighter, whereas others were not. And you can sort of see, let me just see. You're not gonna see, you can, I think it shows you, I think here you can see, but there is a line of what looks like a line of demarcation here, like a dark line. It was a lot darker a couple of weeks ago, but then I started using the stronger concentration of glycolic acid, and now it's significantly improved that line. It no longer looks as crazy as it did when I started noticing it. So I say this to say I feel like I do believe in the other benefits of glycolic acid, in the sense that it's going to improve cellular turnover, stimulating collagen. It's going to help you clear out any breakouts. I started seeing the benefit of the ability of glycolic acid to clear out any blemishes and dark spot almost immediately when I started using glycolic acid products. When I say immediately, I'm not saying like it was something that happened overnight, but it was certainly within a week or two or so. Of course, the results that I got from this and the results that I got from the other stronger concentration of glycolic acid varied, but they were still very noticeable, and the common denominator in both products was glycolic acid. I hope I'm not confusing you too much. So I have seen that and I believe in that, and I do recommend this toner as a start for someone who has intense hyperpigmentation issues. I do recommend this as a start, and then once your skin develops a tolerance to glycolic acid, you can then move on to a stronger concentration. I'm going to come on the channel and show you that product I'm talking about, but that is a skin renewal treatment from Eucerin. That's the one I'm talking about. But I wouldn't advise that you start with that before starting with something a lot gentler, with a gentler concentration of glycolic acid, because I did find that to be a lot more irritating, and my skin had already developed tolerance to that. So I can only imagine, if you've never tried it before, that it may possibly have dire consequences for you. There's no telling where your irritation is going to go. Sometimes you will have mild irritation, sometimes you have the worst irritation that will result in you spending more money in seeing specialists because your skin just took the left turn. So there's no telling with irritation. That's why I always advise that you just approach the acids very, very gentle. Like, pace your skin. You approach them with caution. Pace your skin. Do not want to do too much too soon. Introduce it to your skin. Let it detect that you've changed. There's something that you've changed in your routine, and then let it show you how it reacts to it. And then from then on, you can then add or increase the concentration, or whatever the case may be, or do what it is that you want with that particular ingredient. But don't just start, boom, glycolic acid 15%. Don't do that. Don't do that. So the example that I gave you of the situation under my armpits is the only one that I have for people who suffer from acne. So I can definitely say that it is likely to help you clear out your breakouts, but that is something that you will have to try out for yourself and see how it works out in real life situation, in real acne situation. But I think I have a good feeling that this is going to be very helpful for acne breakouts. But again, I'm just reviewing a product that I've tried. I'm just reviewing a product that I've tried. This, I think, has gone on very long. I will make another video where we talk about this moisturizer, and yeah, allow me to just end it here. I did a long video yesterday, so I don't want to exhaust you again like I did yesterday with another long video. I hope this made sense to you, and I hope this helped answering some of the questions that you may have with this. So just to recap, this is going to be very good to get you started with building tolerance, or to building a glycolic acid tolerance. And this is going to be very, very good at brightening those dark spots on your skin, whilst you prepare your skin to take higher concentrations of glycolic acid. And I do the moment I sit, I start coughing, start to film, I cough, allergies go through the roof. When I've been fine all morning. I've been fine all morning, guys. Anyways, I also suspect that this is going to be good in helping you clear out any of the breakouts that you have. However, acne is a very sensitive topic. It's a very delicate subject, so I would rather you just use your own discretion. But yes, I do recommend this. I hope I'm making sense. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you for watching, and I appreciate you for not skipping the ads. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good day, everybody.